And we're live. Welcome, friends, to Marston Mondays, where we free roam with John in Epilogue 2. Live in Red Dead Redemption 2. How's everyone? Happy Monday to you, friends. What's going on here? All right. J-Lash with the thumbs ups. Appreciate you, friend. Thank you, J-Lash. Thumbs ups to J-Lash. I always know I will have an excellent stream. J-Lash has a thumbs up. Miko says, hello, Super Antonio and Sadie. Sadie is right here to say hello and be a responsible co-host. Hello, mods. Greetings, everyone. And Levi the Gamer says, hello, everyone. Greetings, Levi. Happy Monday to you all. I meant what I said. This is a mostly peaceful Marston Mondays. We are not going to do anything. We are going to ride around and fish, and that's it. We're not going to do anything violent or get into any kind of trouble or even unholster our weapons. After the weekend we had, that's what's happening. Might even do it on Friday as well. Free roam Fridays that is mostly peaceful. The real Reaper says greetings. Greetings, Reaper. Sadie moved back to the balcony. Miko says condors are safe today. Yes, John is staying away from the condors today. Though we did think about sniping that guy. I just think it's in poor taste after this weekend. So I didn't want to. I'm still mad about that. I mean, it's part of our it's in our national memory. It's a part of history now. And, I'm just so tired of living through historical events. Yet another historical event. Cruz for World Peace is here. And Cruz says, I support your message, Super Antonio. As my MO is world peace. Join my cause, everyone. Peace for all in 2024. How's your cut? Well, you're done with your cut. You're maintaining now, I believe, Cruz. How's that going for you? Hope you're benefiting. Yeah, we're riding around. This is before I decided that we needed to go fishing. There's going to be a lot of fishing. John is spoiler alert, a very poor fisherman, but it's more for the ambience and just to hang out with you guys. Hope everyone's well. We made it through the weekend. Next weekend will be better, I promise you. Also, I don't know if you were here or saw the replay of Sunday night's movie stream, but it did quite well. I was very impressed. So it looks like, at least for now, we are going to be moving. We're going to be doing a movie night on Saturdays, and maybe Wednesdays. Maybe this week, just to see. Wednesdays is the weakest night for my live streams. For our live streams, this is your live stream. What's that about? 6 viewers in the chat, and that's what the Tiger Bay Mustang thinks of the live stream. Yeah, might do one on Wednesday as well if I can think of a movie. I don't even know which movie I'm going to do. Last night I talked about doing John Carpenter's The Thing from 1982. And then on the dog walk, I thought about doing Inception. Christopher Nolan. That's probably, apart from my Batman movie, the Batman movies, which I don't really count, my favorite Christopher Nolan movie. So I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Let's just get through Marston Mondays and see what happens. The real Reaper asks, are you going to try to catch a legendary fish? No, we're going to try to catch a regular fish. And spoiler alert, John is a very poor fisherman. Don't tell Abigail. There's Mexico. So close. The Sea of Coronado. I showed you that short before we started the live stream, which I believe we derived from this footage. Yeah, I just didn't want to do anything violent or anything involving PewDiePie's. Not that I'm worried about the algorithm. The algorithm, ironically, loves video game violence. Can't stand regular violence, but video game violence, for some reason, is okay. I just, there's so much out there in the world right now. And even though I enjoy it, I enjoy the gameplay, it's just, I don't want to contribute to it. The Real Reaper says it's a shame they would have added Mexico, but they just didn't have time. Maybe they'll do it in the next game. I don't think so, because it was so focused and important in Red Dead 1. Cruz says, let's keep it peaceful. Yeah, that's what we're going to do, Cruz. We're just going to hang out. Same for Friday, I'm thinking. Dutch, Plan Tahiti. Greetings, Dutch. Says, man, I wish Rockstar would add some new stuff in Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm sorry, Dutch. Rockstar has abandoned you. What's that about? And abandoned this game. Odog is here. Greetings, Odog. Appreciate you, friend. Sup, Cruz. Howdy, Miko. Sup, superantonio. And Cruz says hi to Odog. Odog, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad Ahmad is here to help me handle these unruly bastards in the chat. Thank you, Odog. Odog, did you hear about Serena? Were you here last night? It's very sad. She's in the hospital, if you don't know. I didn't pry, and she didn't really give details, but it sounds serious, and I'm worried for her. I'm worried, and I didn't want to. I got a little emotional last night, but I was in an emotional mood anyways because of the weekend. Anyways, Odog, yeah. If you have her email or you talk to her on PS4 or PS5 for you, then you should. Just to, send over some prayers and support. Miko says, I also played a little last night, but just rode around in Chapter 2 for a bit to relax before bed. Yeah, same here, Miko. Let's give the horse a bath. Levi the Gamer says, I found an outfit by viewing the clothing items are black stalker hat, black classic frock coat, black opulent vest, black everyday shirt, black everyday pants. I have to extend it to the next comment. And he continues, black deluxe quick draw boots and black Gurdon Rider's spurs. Sounds dark, Levi the Gamer. What's that about? Odog says, no, I didn't know. We'll keep her in prayer. Yes, Odog. I'm sure she would appreciate it. I certainly appreciate it. I think, I'm pretty sure it has to do with her never fully recovering from those events in Wuhan. That's one word we're not allowed to say on the algorithm. The Real Reaper says, true, I wonder what the new map will be like for Red Dead 3. Maybe Pennsylvania for a little, since Dutch was born there, but it might not reflect on the gang. I'll quit yapping now. You can yap as much as you want, The Real Reaper. That's why you are here. That's why I'm here. And Ian Gator, Landgator, to those who know, says, evening partners. Welcome, Ian. Appreciate you being here, friend. And Cruz says, oh, and Super Antonio, you'll like this. Lately, I've been inspired by Arthur Morgan's original outfit for my workwear attire. I even wear a handkerchief around my neck sometimes when the sun is at its highest. That sounds good, Levi. Or that sounds good, Cruz. Sorry, I'm one ahead. Levi says, Vuig is a YouTuber. I don't pay any attention to the other Red Dead YouTubers, Levi. I don't even look at the thumbnails. I just don't want to, I don't need them in my brain. And I don't want to compare my channel to theirs, even though we share the same content. I want It's just not good for me. Cruz says, I hope Serena gets better ASAP. I do too, Cruz. I mean, I was really, she's been with the channel since the start. She's probably my oldest friend on this, on this platform with this channel, for someone that I don't really know. So it was a very sobering message and chat last night. Cruz says, off to do my list. Wash dishes, fold gym shorts, drink decaf green tea, then sleep, and of course, watch the stream. Sounds good, Cruz. Appreciate you being here. Leave it open. We're just going to chat. We're just going to talk about life events and the stupid weekend and how embarrassed I am for our nation. The Real Reaper says, oh, thanks. This community is nicer than the others. It's nice how you look at every single comment. Yeah, I'm happy to. I mean, I build this chat with you guys' help. We build it together. And it lives and dies on the comments. Because if it's just me, I'm going to talk about my day. I'm going to talk about dog walking. I'm just going to talk about what I ate for lunch, which was taco salad. I did get my workout in, Cruz, if you're still listening, and I was happy about that. So, went to this lady to pick up some lures. Levi the Gamer says, I'm about to hunt for the Legend of the East Satchel. That's one of my favorite things to do, Levi. If I have a spare afternoon, I'll just load up an early save and I'll just do the hunts. And just, watch YouTube and have a great time. I could do it, if I don't have any missions and everything's set up, it's like, the ledger is open and I've like raised the cash to upgrade everyone because I do like to have fast travel and, and to buy stupid leather working tools, then I can do it in like 2.5 hours. The Real Reaper says, who's your favorite character in Red Dead Redemption 2? Mine is Micah, the Rat of the East. I like Arthur, of course. Cruz says, I just came from the grocery store, Super Antonio, and decided to pick up some vegan sugar cookies with confetti sprinkles baked in them. I will try them tomorrow. Never had a vegan cookie before. The problem with vegan baked goods is they load up on alternative fats, so they can't use butter. So they're going to use coconut oil. Sometimes they use a really bad fat. So you got to check for that. They're probably good, but what I've noticed is they really push the fat for the flavoring, which you don't need to do if you eat a regular cookie. It's technically better for you, but a cookie's a cookie. A cookie's not going to hurt you. A dozen cookies might kill you, but a single one. But if it's a philosophical thing, I completely understand. I dated a vegan for a long time, which meant I was a vegan for a long time. But I'm just not there philosophically. Lil Coco Monkey. I like your username. I think it's just Coco Monkey. It says, I used your video to help me get the Legend of the East Satchel. Thanks. You're very welcome, Coco Monkey. That's one of my favorite things to do. Cruz says, how was your workout, Super Antonio? It was great. I'm all stretched out. Just chin-ups and pull-ups and push-ups and tricep dips and shrugs and what else? Leg lifts and jump ropes. Cruz says, fast travel, leather tools, chicken pen upgrade, and horse stable are a must for me for camp upgrades. Yeah, Same here. Cloudy says, howdy, y'all. Greetings, Cloudy. And Kitsune Tim says, what's up? Greetings, Tim. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to Marston Mondays, mostly peaceful Marston Mondays, where we're just going to hang out and fish. Come with me and I will make you fishers of men. Guess who said that? The Real Reaper asks, what was your favorite chapter of the game? Chapter 2 and a little bit of Chapter 3. Cruz says, okay, I'll check ingredients again. Macros look good upon first glance, but we'll double check. Either way, I have to try one now. I'm past the point of no return. Yeah, I mean, like macros are important, of course, but, you're where you need to be right now. And you can relax a little bit. You can relax now, boy. Just do an extra 20 minutes of cardio tomorrow if you're like really concerned. Levi says, tomorrow I'm going to try to upgrade the camp all the way. Yeah, that's always fun. Cruz has a smiley emoticon or a wonder emoticon, I think. And Odog says, greetings to Cloudy and Tim. Miko says, personally can't have just one cookie. I had vegan ice cream once. It was surprisingly good. Yeah, them vegans are tricky. That's how they get you with the treats. And their philosophy, because everyone loves animals. I mean, what's not to love? Lost my thought. It wasn't about macros. It was about cookies. Yeah. My philosophy is you can eat anything you want. You just can't eat as much as you want. And that, and that's a discipline you can develop, Cruz. It's just, I mean, if you can work out, if you have the discipline to work out every day, you have the discipline to not eat as much as you want to eat. Easy. Like I could eat a whole bag of potato chips in one sitting, but I'll limit myself to 1 ounce, which is about 10 chips. And I can make that bag last all week long. Coco Monkey says, from chapter 5 to chapter 6 is just too sad. I agree, Coco. Once they get to, once that chapter, it's like there's lots of bad things that I would say once Sean dies, that's and Jack gets kidnapped. That's like, it's all downhill from there. Super Antonio, or Levi says, Super Antonio, what's your favorite gun belt and holster? That's a good one. I do like the plain upgraded gun belt and holster from the gunsmith, but of course the trapper has lots of great gun belts for you, and the harder ones are like the gambler and sharpshooter and weapons expert are probably my favorites from the trappers, just because they're so hard to get. Reaper asks, are you ever going to stream online mode of Red Dead Redemption 2? I played with my friends, but I don't talk to them much anymore, and it's quite the experience. No, I don't really do online. That's what we needed Serena for. She was our online correspondent, but now she needs to get better. Cruz says, yeah, I have the discipline now for diet, though sometimes I wish I could just eat the whole bag of cookies like I used to be able to. Now that I know the veil of ignorance, we'll miss that sometimes. And Coco says it hits you with all the emotions at once. And Cruz continues, I also like the bandit holsters too. Yeah, bandit holsters, forgot about those. And note, we cannot hunt that grizzly even if we wanted to, because we're too close to, I think actually maybe now we can. But we're not going to hunt. Not doing any hunting tonight. Cruz says, bandit holsters go well with a sharp-looking Saint Denis outfit. Yeah, my philosophy on eating treats is, tomorrow's another day. Always put off to tomorrow what you want today. And that's usually enough for me personally. It's like, Well, I'll just have it tomorrow. And cravings pass. There's usually an emotional component to it. You're feeling anxious or scared or upset about something. And that's why you're craving that. And so you just have to analyze, why what the trigger is. What's triggering you, Cruz. And once you figure that out, it helps. And also just the rationalization and the intellectualization of it usually is enough to calm down the craving. Nizo says, "Sup, brothers. Greetings, Nizo. Happy Monday." On Mondays, we Marston. And we're having a mostly peaceful Marston Mondays where all we're really going to do is fish and hang out. After this weekend, I am not in the mood for any kind of violence. And that kid was 20 years old. He literally had his whole life ahead of him. You never get a chance to fall in love. You never get a chance to get married and have kids of your own, or find a job that you love, or see, or like get the PS6. You never get to see Red Dead Redemption 3. All that is gone. And that upsets me even more. Just the logic or the lack of logic, or throwing your life away for something incredibly stupid that's only going to last for 4 years, anyways. Odog says, "Hi to Nizo." Coco Monkey says, "When will you do another viewer horse names video?" I don't know, Coco. Maybe at 20K. Cruz says, "Yeah, although sometimes you're craving something because my body is low in carbs." Yeah, I know that feeling as well, Cruz. Cruz, I remember when I was a teen in high school, and I was doing track, tennis, martial arts. What else? One more thing. Track, tennis, martial arts. And boxing. So I was doing all that. My parents' philosophy was just keep me busy, keep me tired, and I won't get into trouble. And I still got into trouble. But, I would crave like carbs like crazy. And of course I could just burn them all off immediately. But I would eat spaghetti sandwiches. That's how much carbs I wanted. And it was like, that was my favorite meal. I'd have them for lunch, cold spaghetti sandwiches. Levi says hello to Nizo, and Cruz says, "I really like the gambler holsters too. I do condone peaceful gambling." Yeah, we could do that for a mostly peaceful live stream. 15 viewers in the chat. Welcome, friends. Cruz says, "Young kids do it every day, superantonio." And the Real Reaper says, "Yeah, that was sad. It also ruined another 2 people whose lives were ruined." Yeah, exactly. And the attitude towards everyone, or towards one side of the aisle online about how they don't care and they're actually happy that just because you support a certain political ideology or person and you happen to get your life canceled, that's somehow funny or good. It's so infuriating. Odak is laughing and crying. Cruz says, "LOL, that's a lot of energy needed for all that, Super Antonio." And Odak says, "LOL, yuck." Yeah, I was like, I could burn it off. I was just, I was always tired. I was always, and that's what I would, that's what I wanted. I still think about it. It was like garlic bread, like a whole loaf of French bread, and and I put butter and then garlic powder, and I would toast that, and then I would add my mom would like make spaghetti with like Italian sausage. It was delicious. And so I would add that, like tossed in Parmesan cheese and also regular shredded mozzarella cheese. And then, I would just like, I tossed that in the microwave so the cheese would melt. And then like, I would eat half of it then and then take the other half to school in the morning. And I was fine. It's probably one of the reasons why I love pizza salad so much. It's like the same flavor profile, except, I didn't put any salad in the spaghetti sandwich. Look at all the fish are biting, but we didn't get anything up in Calumet Ravine. Spoiler alert. Levi the Gamer says, Super Antonio, could you do a gun design video, kind of like the Viewer Horse Show, just with guns? Yeah, maybe. If we could get enough participants. Cruz says, well, your body is intuitive like that. For example, lately I've been craving a lot of savory food because my body needed more salt. So maybe your body just knew it needed the carbs. I didn't pay any attention to my diet in high school. I didn't care what my coaches were always telling me to eat more protein, muscle milk, and I did like muscle milk just because, it tasted like milkshakes. And all that creatine really made, my shoulders pop. And I was a little more vain in my wild and untamed youth than I am now. So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the attention. But yeah, I pretty much, I existed. I loved Diet Coke and Cool Ranch Doritos. Do they even make Cool Ranch Doritos anymore? And, pizza and cheeseburgers and all that, and I could tolerate it. My body could tolerate it. But sometimes I wonder if I'd like had my diet on point, like how much better I could have performed. But I also didn't care, really. The Real Reaper says, my time is over. Goodbye. See you next time, partners. Well, Real Reaper, I really appreciate you being here. You have a great night. And happy Monday. Miko says, spaghetti and garlic bread, a classic combo. We have those during birthday parties and holidays, too. Yeah, I love garlic bread. I crave it. I won't eat it anymore because it's toxic to dogs. And I will share pretty much anything I eat with the dog. Dominic Gutierrez says, yo, how we're doing? We're doing very well, Dominic, and I appreciate you being here. Happy Monday. We're just kind of hanging out and fishing tonight. What's that about? And Odog says, later, Reaper. Cloudy says, when I used to work out in high school, all I ate was fast food and I still look good, LOL. Yeah, Cloudy, that's what you've got that teen metabolism. Youth is wasted on the young, as they say. But, it was fun. Good times. I wouldn't want to do them over again. I didn't appreciate it at the time, but I think I was more miserable than I was happy. I didn't want to be happy, I don't think. I didn't know how to be happy. And I wanted too much. I wanted everything. I wanted to be a grown-up. I wanted a car. I wanted freedom. I wanted, to meet women. I wanted, I just want. I wanted to rule the world. So that's what I was like in my teens and 20s, but I wasn't certainly radicalized and thinking about PewDiePieing someone. And also I was mad at the media for like demonizing him and literally comparing him to Hitler for 8 years. And, and How could you not expect something for this to happen? And also joking about it happening all the time for the past 8 years. And now that it did happen, they're like, oh no, we didn't mean it. But even though other people are joking now, super annoying and embarrassing. Odog says, I was a gamer and a baller. Odog, you are still a gamer and a baller. Cruz says, just saw the ingredients for those cookies again. The ingredients aren't that bad. It's what you'd expect from a vegan pastry, dairy-free alternatives, and the usual preservatives you'd find in any cookie. Cruz asks, you could ball Odog? Yeah, Cruz. Odog is like the channel coach. He knows a lot. Take advantage of his experience and knowledge. Odog and Cruz. Odog knows what he's talking about. I don't really crave cookies. I don't think. I've got a frozen chocolate chip cookie in the fridge. That's got to be, it was like, a fresh baked cookie. I had like 4 of them that someone gave me. And that cookie's got to be at least 12 weeks old, 3 months old. And I'll eat it sometime when I crave chocolate chip cookie, but I just don't right now. Cloudy says, I wasted my high school years playing online games. I did play soccer and skate for a while. That's what, it's like, Cloudy, it wasn't a waste. It's just how you want to spend your childhood. And it turns you into the man that you are. Cruz says, I can't say I'm a gamer anymore, but I will always be a baller. It's in my blood. And Odog says, well, a few sports. One thing I would say about, I remember I talked to this one kid, who would in Kung Fu, who had just turned 16, and I was like, I think I was in my late 20s at the time, and I gave him a birthday card with a 20 in it, because 20 goes a long way when you're a kid. And then I wrote in the card that pay attention to the choices that you are making right now, because they will ripple through your life. But I didn't really explain what I meant by that. But, it's strange that the choices you make when you're young will determine the type of life you're going to have as a grown-up. And it's just random choices, like the friends you choose, the classes you choose, the sports, or it's like just, it will set the direction of your life. And I don't think kids are aware of that, and I don't know if they should be aware of that. Like that kid from Butler, PA, I bet I'm guaranteed that at some point, so he's 20, it started when, like 8 years ago when he was 12. I bet like some girl that he liked was complaining about the current president and the election, and so he started paying attention to news and got radicalized from like that one moment. And it led to him being in the history books, but still. Cruz says, it hasn't gone bad, the cookie? Well, it's frozen. I don't think it's gone bad. I'll let you know when I finally eat it, but I don't really feel like eating it. Levi says, I'm really pretty good at basketball. I could maybe play football. I believe Odog played football. And Cruz continues, that is very Voltaire-esque. Emerson, superantonio, very profound. I try to, I explained it more articulately to my nephew. I don't know if he listened, and I don't know if I would have listened when I was his age. And I don't know if you should listen. Everyone makes their own choices. You have to find your own path. It's just interesting to see where you end up and to understand that you are where you're supposed to be, but you are where your choices led you to. Now, I just wanted to annoy this prophet, the mad prophet, by fishing near him, and he's not having any of it. And I do think these streams are too rapid to fish in, but maybe it's possible. Also, I wanted to see if we could like fish from the middle of the stream, like we're fly fishing, but that didn't really work. Cruz says, the naivete of youth is a wonderful experience. I sure do miss those days, but being mature is much, much better. Yeah, I don't miss it. I'm happy where I am. It's just, I got so angry at him only being 20. That's too young. That's ridiculous. Absurd. And then his parents, and I don't know if he had any brothers and sisters or like extended family, but now they're like, that's what they're known for as well. And they've got to carry that weight for the rest of their lives. The mom feeling guilty, the dad just wondering what went wrong, what did I do? That's just an impossible weight. Hup, hup. She knows I'm getting upset. So she came back. Cruz says, I miss it, Super Antonio. 20 is such a great age, in my opinion. It's all a great age, Cruz. Wherever you are in life is a great age. Cruz says, oh, you're talking about the recent event. Yeah, that's tragic. Yeah, Cruz, I don't know if we're actually allowed to talk about that recent event. I am absolutely certain we're not even allowed to say the A word. That rhymes with blank nation. The blank nation of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. Because the mass media, you're only allowed to have one opinion on YouTube. She's licking off my sunscreen. She loves sunscreen. And the mass media won't even acknowledge it as a blank nation attempt. It's shots were fired. And they're more focused on the death of of that kid than the fact that a former president nearly was like half an inch away from being canceled. The military have a great saying. It goes like, salute the rank, not the man. And regardless of how you feel about him personally, you have to acknowledge that rank. We're all Americans here. Anyways, Cloudy says, those kids being interviewed look like they wanted to laugh. And Cruz says, I don't know, 28 is a weird age, and 27 was even better. Approaching 30 has been a cloudy overcast for me. Well, you are, you got to start working on building your empire now, Cruz. That's enough fooling around. You got to put aside childish things. That's my favorite. It's from Ecclesiastes. When I was a boy, I thought as a boy, but when I became a man, I put aside childish things. Levi the Gamer says, I have to leave. I'll see you all next time. Okay, Levi. Appreciate you being here. All we're doing is fishing.
Let's go, girl.
You have a great week. Cruz says, that was a great film, Superantonio. I'm glad Brad Pitt was the actor for that film. It was so slow-paced, but it was a great dramatic film. I agree. He's a good actor, Brad Pitt. I mean, apparently he's fond of the devil's lettuce in real life, but, you know. Mr. Maddie says, howdy, greetings, Mr. Maddie. Welcome. Welcome to Marston Mondays, where we free roam with John in Epilogue 2. All we are doing is fishing in this live stream. We're not going to do anything violent. We're not even going to unholster a weapon. We're just going to hang out, enjoy the scenery. Any fish we catch, we will catch and release. Odog, what did you have for dinner? I had taco salad. Yeah, the stream is still too rapid for me. I think I haven't had much luck in fast moving water. Cruz says, I always think about Catcher in the Rye, the teenage novel, where he talks about saving kids from jumping off the cliff. It sure is an important event in everyone's life, if you happen to know that story. Yeah, I know that story. Catcher in the Rye. Odog says, tuna fish salad and crackers. I'd eat that. Don't love tuna, but it has its merits. I do like, fresh tuna, raw tuna, maga raw. That's good. But canned tuna, it's okay. Now I want some sushi. Speaking of carbs, Cruz, sushi rice is probably my favorite rice. And I was going to see if we could fish over the edge of that waterfall, and we had a slight miscalculation. Whenever I order sushi, I will always ask for a side of sushi rice on the side, which is different than regular rice. It has rice wine vinegar, and it's slightly sweeter and chewier. And so they'll always present it, in an attractive and pleasing manner. Sometimes, there's this one sushi bar I go to where they'll give me, it's like a little cat head that they'll make, with the whiskers are out of nori or seaweed. Odak says yuck. Yeah, it's an acquired taste, Odog. I will readily admit that, but it is delicious if you acquire it. And honestly, sushi is probably the most grown up or sophisticated or adult thing that I eat. And so I didn't want to kill this elk. I just wanted to punch him, but we couldn't. because John was feeling a little violent. Cruz says sushi macros aren't bad. Not a lot of carbs. Yes, and a lot of protein. Sushi is the perfect food, I think. Personally, if you enjoy sushi. But the Japanese diet, for the most part, is really good. I mean, it's been Americanized over there. They love KFC. And but for the most part, they understand macros intuitively, I think. And they focus on presentation and making everything as like aesthetically beautiful as possible, so that you eat with your eyes as well as your mouth. And I think that focus on aesthetics and presentation slows down your eating process. Papa One is here, and Mama One. Greetings, Papa One. Everyone say hello to Mama One and Papa One. Mama One, what did you make for dinner? We're talking about Japanese food, and we're just kind of hanging out with John, fishing tonight. That's all we're doing is fishing. Mostly peaceful. A mostly peaceful stream. Miko says, hello, Mama One and Papa One. And Odog says, hi, MP1. Papa One says, we went to the movies tonight. That's why we are late, LOL. Papa One with the chat LOL emoticons. Well done, friend. Papa One writing LOL makes me LOL. What movie did you see, Papa One? I'm curious. Did you see Maxine? Did you see, what's that called? Furiosa Sound and Fury? I don't know. That would make a good viewer poll. Anya Taylor-Joy versus Mia Goth. I might do that. I'll bring polls back. We could do the Mia Goth movie that I just saw called Pearl. Maybe we'll do that because it's contemporary and it's related to Maxine, and it would be a good fit. Mama One says, I made meatloaf, cabbage, mashed potatoes, peas, carrots, cornbread, and pecan pie. I love pecan pie, Mama One, with the fire of 1,000 burning suns. Cruz, speaking of carbs, I can't even remember the last time I've had pecan pie. My mother loved it as well, and I probably had it, she was still alive, so I probably had it for like Thanksgiving or Christmas. B Reg, greetings friend, says Rockstar always patches fun glitches like the one where you can go to Canada. Yeah, we cannot go to Canada anymore. We used to be able to like drunk glitch into there. Papa One says, we saw the movie Longlegs, but it was horrible, LOL. Mama One wanted to see it, but she hated it. I've read so many good things about that, and YouTubers love it. There's a YouTube channel I watch called Film Threat, and they loved it. So you didn't like it. Nicolas Cage is it's supposed to be a really good performance for him. Cruz says, LOL, keep pecan pie away from me. Macros no bueno. Well, the way I would do it, Cruz, in your situation is I would just eat like a spoonful of it. Like one forkful is not going to kill you. Just you can fit anything into your macros. You could fit Snickers bars into your macros. but it's just a matter of, you've got to be super disciplined about portion control. Cruz says, I love pecans too. I love pecans though. Yeah, I love pecan pie. Probably because it reminds me of my mother and my childhood. See, again, I believe this stream is too rapid. But there is a fish you need to catch up here for herbalist, or for the survivalist. Papa One says, Mama One used my mom's old recipe. It's time consuming but wonderful. My mom always made pecan pie. My dad always said he married my mom just for that pecan pie. Well, I could understand that, Papa One. I'm afraid these days we just have store-bought pecan pie. Did you notice the wolves? The wolves were chasing us, but we did not confront. We are mostly peaceful. I think I'm enjoying this. I think we might do a mostly peaceful Arthur stream on Free Roam Fridays, where we just kind of hang out and pet all the dogs. That might be fun. Cruz says, you could always try your luck at a local farmer's market, Superantonio. Yeah, that's true, or a bakery. I haven't really thought about it. I could always try my luck and actually bake one. Bake someone happy. I don't really bake. But I have a bread maker. I do love the smell and taste of fresh baked bread, but I haven't used it in a while. Papa One says, I love that Mama One knew how to cook and keep the old ways going. I don't mind a restaurant every now and then, but homemade food that we hunt and grow is just better tasting, plus better quality. Also, it's made with love, and I really believe, honestly, that that is a key component to creating good food. The attitude that you put into it as you make it. Cruz says, and craft tonics and food, maybe. Yeah. I mean, it's really important to me. It's like for all the restaurants I go to, and I go to all the restaurants, that are around my building, me and Sadie, I know almost everyone who cooks my meals, and I know that it's more than just a job to them. That they're enjoying it, that it's a vocation, that it's a business, but they're enjoying and take pride in their meals and their food, and it really makes a difference, I feel, in the quality of your meal. And spoiler alert, we're finally going to catch a fish, and it's going to be huge. Did you see that thing? Cruz says, do you go to farmers market, Superantonio? Not really. I don't know if there's one nearby. It'd be fun. It'd be fun to take the dog to it. It'll be a good experience for her. Yeah, now we got one. And this one's a fighter. And he's a beast. Coco Monkey says, I went out to eat at a restaurant a few days ago with my mom, and I found a bread tag in my food. I'm very sorry to hear that, Coco. You could probably have gotten a free meal out of the deal or maybe a free dessert. See, look at that thing, that beast. A northern pike. He's 19 pounds. Wait. See, yeah, 19 pounds, 7 ounces. I meant to move my screen, but I'm locked. Ghostface 224 says, have you ever gotten 100% in Red Dead 2? Yes, I have. Not on the channel. I have done it once before I made this channel. But I appreciate you being here, Ghostface. Mama One says, if you have any Amish communities around, you could find wonderful food and candles and candies, pies, meats. All of America used to live like the Amish, but now not so much. Cruz says, tasks mostly done, just brush teeth and off to bed. Okay, Cruz. Well, you need your sleep. You need to recover. Those muscles need to grow. And Cruz says, now that's a looker. Yeah, that was a fine fish. I'm glad we caught one. I didn't want to just kind of hang out and show you a stream where nothing happens, even though it is a mostly peaceful Marston Mondays. The news media just out and out lies now. It's so irritating. It's very, we live in a world of, in the era of the emperor has no clothes. Everyone knows it. No one will point it out. Let's call Sadie back with some potent canine bait. She was under the desk, Mom One. Hup, hup. There you go. Look at that. Say hi to Mama One and Papa One and Coco Monkey and Ghost Face. Papa One says, we live as self-sufficient as possible, but we have technology, trucks, but we often used horses for everything before I became more handicapped. Cruz asks, why does John have the mica stash? He has the Spartan, but it's overgrown. You'll get a closer look at it now. He really needs to get himself to the barbers and get cleaned up. Mama One says, hey, Sadie. Say hi to Mama One. Coco says, most people say fishing is boring, but I find fishing relaxing and calming in Red Dead 2. I think it is relaxing and calming as an activity. I think it's boring as a video. I find it very boring. But it's fun to do for you personally or for me personally. Papa One says, getting a wheelchair lift on a horse is a pain. They don't like it, plus it adds like 500 pounds. Yeah, you need to start riding an elephant. You should raise elephants on your ranch, Papa One. Shout out to the channel members. You're on there, O-Dog. So anyways, on Wednesday, we will try another movie night where a movie night discussion. We're going to be talking about a Mia Goth movie called Pearl. I like Mia Goth way more than Anya Taylor-Joy. What's that about? Even though pound for pound, Anya Taylor-Joy is so much more attractive to me. Cruz says, this was very entertaining stream for me, Super Antonio. Thanks. Thank you for being here, Cruz. There's just something about her, she's got a weird charisma and attitude that I'll try to explain and think about more. Cruz says, just left a like. Appreciate that, Cruz. I'd leave you a like. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me. complain about the state of current events. Odog has the brown peace signs. Shout out to the mods, Odog, Papa One, Mama One. I really appreciate all of you being here. Stay happy. That's what I want to say. Don't pay attention to the news. Just try to focus on your daily life and enjoying things and appreciating what you have and all your hopes and dreams. Enjoy the week. We shall return on Wednesdays. Appreciate all of you being here. Shout out to Coco Monkey and Cruz, of course. Great talking to you. And Miko, as always,